Recording from Austin, Texas today. If you just want to give me a quick thumbs up or emoji or anything, if the volume of everything is okay. Good, volume's good, thank you. Go ahead and take a moment to center in, connect with your breath, allow your eyes to close. Lengthening through the spine, drawing the crown of your head up as you feel rooted and grounded on your mat. Gently tucking your belly button up and in, beginning to activate those core muscles. Finding your breath here. Deepening your breath. And checking in. Begin to scan your body for any places you may be holding tension. Maybe taking note of any injuries. Any spaces that need extra attention or care. And as we continue to breathe here, with our core still activated, and our shoulders relaxed, see if you can breathe in to any spaces of tension or tightness. And with your exhale, see if you can find a little release. As I've been spending some time here, we've really been talking a lot about the power of intention. So before we begin our movements, let's take a moment to just set our intention for the day. Knowing that what we expect is more often what we receive. And taking careful note of our thoughts, shifting them when we find them, wanting to linger on negativity, and redirecting them towards the positive, towards what we do want to experience. And gently allowing the eyes to open. Continuing with your nice deep breathing throughout class, go ahead and take your legs long out in front of you, removing some of the flesh from under your sit bones and flexing your feet. Again, just working subtly with the core here. Roll your thighs in just slightly. Take your hands and give them a roll. Heels pressed towards the mat, thighs pressed down onto the mat, tucking that belly button up and in, still extending through the crown. Maybe sunshine out here, let's see. And just allow those shoulders to drop down away from the ears. Keep working through the core. You should feel this pretty good in the body. This is active. You're still pressing those thighs to the mat, flexing those feet, drawing those toes back towards your nose. And with all that remaining active, go ahead and interlace your fingers. Pressing those palms forward, drawing those elbows together. Inhale, palms up. overhead. Breathing into the now open side bodies. Feel your rib cage as it expands and contracts with your breath. A couple more deep breaths here. And on your next exhale, release. Switching the cross all the way to the webbing. This one may be the awkward one. Maybe it's less awkward now if you've been doing it for a while. Spreading those fingers, spreading those palms, drawing those elbows in towards one another. Bring your shoulder blades together on your back. Inhale up. And keep pressing those palms back and up. Tuck that belly button back in. If you find yourself leaning backwards, we want to be nice and straight. Are you still flexing those feet and pressing those thighs into the mat? A couple more breaths. One more deep inhale into those side bodies. Exhale, release. Bending at the knees, go ahead and take that right foot across, left leg over, sole of the foot to the mat. See if you can reseat those sit bones. If you can't, go ahead and straighten that bottom leg. Hugging that left leg, go ahead and kickstand with your right arm behind your back. Sorry, using that left arm to hug the right leg. Right arm kickstands. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, deepen into your twist. And taking a few deep breaths here. On your next exhale, releasing the twist. Go ahead and uncross, switching sides. Hugging with the right hand, support with the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, beginning to twist. With your next exhale, releasing to center. As you uncross, let's go ahead and take the legs nice and wide, heels to the mat. Beginning to drop knees to one side. Inhale through center, exhale, dropping knees to the other side. Beginning to wake up through the hip joints. And just encourage the knees towards the mat. They may not hit the floor. Just a gentle press, a gentle encouragement. Opening, beginning to lubricate the joints. Center, grabbing between or behind the thighs. Go ahead and bring the feet together. You're going to go ahead and warm up. Come into the hands and knees. I'm going to do a little vinyasa here in a moment. Let's go ahead and come into some cat-cow first, spreading those fingers nice and wide. Stack those wrists on your shoulders. Knees under hips. Take a moment to get everything aligned, everything set up right. Building from a strong foundation. From here, nice neutral spine, go ahead and tuck that belly button in. activating the core with every movement. Inhale, tailbone and crown rise up. Exhale, press back into cat, spine arches. Connecting your breath with the movements. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Really push into the mat, maybe as you inhale into cow, drawing your palms towards your knees. It's just energetic, it's not an actual movement, it just deepens. When you exhale, pressing away, pressing the palms away from the knees. Opening up a little deeper between the shoulder blades. A few more rounds. See if you can get just a tiny bit more movement with each breath. Coming back to neutral spine. We're going to let our tails get a nice little side crunch. Working through the obliques, drawing that shoulder towards the hip. On an exhale, inhale center. Exhale, other shoulder to hip. Inhale and exhale. Still tucking that belly button. Inhale and exhale. A lot of this core work is all about what you put into it. Really getting that tuck will increase your results and protect your lower back. And coming to center, let's take a few breaths in child's pose, big toes together. Knees should already be a little bit wide. Press those hips back, drop that belly between the thighs, shoulder or forehead comes to the mat. To get a little more opening in the shoulders here, just imagine your shoulder blades dripping off the sides of your body. It kind of is going to feel like your biceps rolling inward, triceps rolling inward, biceps rolling out. It's just a small micro movement. And on your next inhale, coming back through center, right back to neutral spine, and coming into balance. So double check those foundations with your hands. Are your fingers spread as wide as they can? Are your fingertips pressed into the mat? Are all four corners of the palm pressed into the mat? Maybe tucking the toes for this one. Top of the foot is fine too, but go ahead and try the toe tuck. Opening up through the bottoms of the feet. That is the ending point of our nervous system. Why reflexology is so powerful. So just pressing into those toes, opening up through the bottom of the foot. Inhale, left foot up, or whatever foot you took back. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale here. Inhale, balance. Exhale, elbow to knee. Nice and slow. Touch if you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Going for the touch. A few more times. Inhale, out. Exhale, crunch. And lengthen. And crunch. And last time, lengthen. And crunch. And release. Hand and knee. Back to the mat. Open that left foot. Take that right foot back. Open the bottom of that right foot. Pressing the ball of the foot into the mat. Pressing out through the heel. Inhale, right foot up. Your left arm forward. One more deep inhale here on the balance. Exhale, elbow to knee. Touch if you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. And lengthen. And crunch. Nice, slow, controlled movements. And out. And in. One more time. Out. And in. On your exhale, release hand and knee to the mat. Go ahead, tuck those back toes under. Press those hips up and back, down dog. Taking a moment here, walking the dog out. Bending one knee and then the other, encouraging one heel towards the mat at a time. Take that peek back. If when you press down, you can still see the heel, swivel that heel out just a little bit more till it's out of view. Roll your armpits in towards your ears. You should feel a spreading across your shoulder blades. Pressing both heels down now, pressing those hips up and back, dropping that chest towards the mat, gazing back. Inhale, gaze up, bending at the knees. Exhale, walk or float your feet to your hands. Making your way into forward fold, taking a couple breaths here. Maybe bending and straightening. I encourage you to bend until you get your hands to the ground. Bend and straighten as much as you can from there, and then keep working your weight forward onto the balls of your feet. That'll help you stack your hips over your ankles. And then your hands, if they can be on the mat, will help you from falling forward. Bend and lengthen. And from here, from having your hips over your ankles, knees micro bent wherever they need to be, but keep pressing into those feet so you continue to feel that stretch across the back of the legs. Then begin to drop your belly towards your thighs. As much as you can, keep dropping that belly, dropping that chest. Breathing here, keep pressing into the feet, finding that opening. Keep pushing into that edge, breathing into the edge. This is where the work comes in. Staying with it. We're not relaxing into it. We're really opening here. And exhale, bending into the knees. Keep sitting those hips back. We're going to come up with the chest, chair pose. Peek down, can you see those toes? Keep drawing those knees towards one another, maybe you even squeeze them together. Keep dropping that tailbone down, tuck that belly button up and in as you lift the chest, gaze forward. Arms up or in prayer position, just a couple more breaths here. Inhale, pressing strongly into the feet. All the way up to standing. Gaze up, mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Mini back bend. Exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Flat back. Exhale, place hands, step back. High plank. Take a breath here on your high plank. Exhale, elbows in, coming down, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Yogi's choice. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, back over the toes into down dog. Just a couple breaths here. Inhale that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bending the knee, drawing it in towards the chest. Draw it, draw it, draw it, and set it. Shimmy it if you need to. Low lunge. Taking just a breath or two in low lunge before we come up. Maybe rocking back and forth over those back toes, opening through the hip. Go ahead and swivel that back heel to the mat. Inhale, windmilling the arms up, warrior two. Go ahead and peek down. Can you see your first big toe and the next one? Can you see two toes? Bend a little deeper if you can without that knee going forward over the ankle. Press out through the back edge of that back foot. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down, away from your ears. Tucking that belly button in, activate the core. A few more breaths here. Inhale, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, gazing over those front fingertips. Keep dropping that tailbone towards the mat as you press through both feet. Remaining very active here, getting the most out of your pose. Couple more breaths. On your next inhale, straightening through that front leg. Exhale, left hips shift back. Right side body, nice and long, draw forward with that arm. Dropping that arm to the leg, wherever it hits, as long as it's not on the knee joint. Go ahead, draw that left arm up. And maybe you gaze up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Still tucking that belly button. Still drawing that crown out long as you press those hips back. As long as you can through the spine. Feet are active. Legs are active. Draw those kneecaps up towards your belly. And then as if someone is grabbing that top hand, lift up, nice and strong. One more thing on this leg here. Go ahead and bend back in to that right knee. This time, exhale that right foot all the way to the mat. Left arm can stay up, come to the hip, or maybe even come behind your back. A little more of a shoulder opening. Gazing back up, extended side angle. Keep pressing through those feet. Keep dropping that tailbone towards the mat. I know your legs are probably getting tired. Take a couple more breaths here. You've got this. Inhale that left arm back up. If you took it down, lifting all the way up. You're going to exhale, framing that right foot. Back heel comes up, low lunge. Step back, down dog. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, nice and slow. Draw that knee in. Before you place it, shimmy it if you need to, low lunge. Again, taking our moment here in low lunge, pressing out through that back heel. Rock the hips forward and backward. Go ahead and swivel that right heel to the mat. Inhale all the way up, warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. Checking our foundation, setting up our alignment. Is that front heel in line with the back in step? Can you see your first two toes? If not, keep drawing that knee back. tucking the belly button up and in, pressing out through the back corner of that back foot. Draw those shoulders up, back, and down. Beautiful. Just a few more breaths here. Go ahead and gaze out over those front fingertips. Extending through the crown, dropping that tailbone down towards the mat. Inhale, straightening that leg. Right hip back this time. Left side body shifts forward. When you can go no more, drop that left hand to the left leg. Right arm comes up. Keep pressing those hips back and lengthening out through the crown. Nice long spine here. We're extending it in two different directions. Drawing down and forward, back and forward. Go ahead and gaze up if that's available to you. Trikonasana, triangle pose, couple more breaths. As if someone's grabbing that top hand, inhale, float up, bending into that left knee. Exhale, place your left hand onto the mat. Right arm up or hip or behind for some extra shoulder opening. Maybe grab that thigh. Breathe here. Maybe you gaze up. If you took that grasp, go ahead and release. Right arm comes back up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, windmill to the mat. Back heel comes up off the mat. Stepping back into your down dog. Go ahead and walk those big toes together. Take your knees wide, hips back, child's pose. Recentering with a few breaths here. On your next inhale, coming forward onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and make your way all the way onto your belly. Coming into a little extra core work here. We're going to do balasana or locust pose. No, sorry, shalambhasana or locust pose. Go ahead and bring your hands behind you, beside you, back of the palms on the mat. Maybe you place your forehead on the mat. Press your hips into the mat strongly. Press your thighs into the mat strongly. Squeeze your thighs together. At this point, just from the pressing, maybe your feet are coming up off the mat, maybe they're not, but keep that press strong. Pressing through the backs of the hands, begin to lift the shoulders and chest, and begin to lift the heels up towards the sky. Squeezing the glutes, keep pressing those heels up, keep drawing the crown of the head up and forward. Strengthening the back part of our core. And exhale, release. I'm going to take that 2 more times. Beginning to press hips and thighs into the mat, thighs squeezed together, pressing into the back of the hands. Back comes up, shoulders come up, heels come up, making that boat shape. And exhale, release. Resting for a moment. And we'll take it one more time. Inhale up. Focusing on the breath here. And exhale, release down. Bringing your palms under your shoulders. Pressing up. Coming back, let's just release in a child's pose. The counter pose to our back bend. And inhaling back forward, go ahead, come down onto your elbows, interlacing your fingers. Have your elbows about shoulder width apart, shoulders stacked over the elbows. We're going to be coming into forearm plank. Continuing to work through our core. We're going to go for 10 breaths here. Do what you can. Rest if you need to. Feet back, coming up on your toes, pressing those hips up, drawing that core in, drawing the crown forward, pressing through the elbows. Everything is activated from your feet to your thighs, to your glutes, to your abdominals, shoulder blades. Everything's working. For a few breaths in, inhale, and exhale. Few more breaths, inhale, and exhale. And again. 3 more if you can. Keep it as slow as you can breathe. One more deep breath in. Exhale, knees to the mat. And press those hips back, child's pose. Nice work. Inhale back forward onto your hands and knees and come down to one side. You can take a couple side planks and then start our wind down. Almost there. Thanks for sticking with through the core. Again, do what you can. We're going to go for 10 breaths. If you do 5 breaths, whatever you can, that's okay. Maybe rest a breath or 2, come back up. Do whatever you can. Choosing your foot position here for the side plank. Maybe you take the top foot forward as kickstand. Maybe you stack one foot on top of the other. Pressing into the side of the foot, pressing those hips up. And you want to keep pressing those hips up for the side plank. Shoulders stacked over elbow. Breathing here. Feeling the strength through that bottom side abdominals, through the obliques. Keep pressing, pressing. Maybe you take the top arm up. For 5 breaths in, you can do 5 more. Inhale, exhale, and again. 3 more breaths. Last one, inhale, exhale, release. Nice work. Last one, other side, almost there. Taking that moment to stack elbow under shoulder. Choosing your foot positioning and hips come up, inhale. Then exhale. Maybe arm comes up. Keep pressing those hips up. Take as long of breaths as you can. Halfway there, 5 breaths in. Two more. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release. You're done. Beautiful work, making your way onto your back. Go ahead and bring both knees in towards the chest, hugging them in. And as you hug those knees in with your hands, pull your tailbone back towards the mat. Finding that opening in the lower back. And release. Left foot over right. Figure 4. Inhale that right foot up. Go ahead and grab behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Again, a little bit of isometric pulling here. Can get you a little bit deeper. The isometric pull will look like continuing to pull that right leg in. Top foot is flexed while you press that tailbone back towards the mat. You should feel it get nice and deep in the back of that hip there. And exhale, release, switching the cross. Right foot over, left foot up, right foot stays flexed, grab behind that thigh or in front of the shin. Taking a couple breaths to come into the opening. And then draw in a little bit more with those hands as you press that tailbone towards the mat. Exhale, release. Go ahead and cross that left foot back over the right. Drop both knees over to the right. As you twist open to the left, gazing out over that left shoulder. Taking a nice supine twist. Releasing in the lower back, stimulating the digestive system, bringing out your internal organs, breathing here. next inhale, come up through center, switching the cross, dropping both knees over to the left, gazing out over your right. Center, uncross, drawing those legs out long. Taking just a moment or two here in Shavasana, allowing the practice to settle in. Go ahead and tuck those shoulders under the back, legs relax out, away from each other, feet relax. Arms are just a little bit out, away from the sides. Go ahead and find that nice straight spine. Move your head around a little bit. Find that even pressure right at the back of your skull. Make sure it's not tilting to one side or the other. What about your hips? Is there even weight between each hip? Just checking in. What about the shoulder blades? Is there even pressure between the backs of each shoulder? If not, make micro adjustments. Really take a moment to find this nice straight spine. And as we take just our last couple breaths together for this class, I want you to bring your attention back to your intention from the beginning of class. How do you want your day to look? What do you want it to feel like? What kinds of interactions do you want to have with the people you come into contact with today? And just hold what that feels like in your mind's eye. Hold what that feels like in your body. Do your communications flow with ease? Are you easily understood? Do the words you need to say just come to your mind? Do they come to your lips right as you need to say them? Does everything seem to just flow in perfection? Maybe you catch all green lights. And just notice as you move out into the day how everything just seems to line up perfectly. Thank yourself and thank your body for showing up to your mat for your practice today. Taking a deeper breath in, all the way down into the abdomen, drawing the air in and in, filling up the chest and pausing. And exhale, nice and slow. And beginning to wake your body back into the room, back into this present moment. Beginning to prepare to move forward into your day. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. Bending the knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the mat as you prepare and begin to roll onto one side for fetal position. Taking a moment in fetal to continue to awaken up back into your active body, back into life. As you come to seated, meeting yourself back in the same position you started class with. A nice straight spine, nice grounded seat. Bringing your hands to heart center. Just internalizing this practice. And thank you for showing up for class today. I'm grateful and honored to have you, to host you, to offer. Namaste.